Hi, this is Steve. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. In this video, I'll continue to build the Agora Models Terminator T-800. I am on issue 3, stage 24. If you haven't done so already, head over to Agora Models and subscribe to this kit today. It's fantastic. It's huge. It's half scale. And what I've seen so far of people that are ahead of me in building this, it's fantastic. So, let's get started on stage 24.
Phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range. Uzi 9mm. I'll be back.
Welcome back. Let's look at the instructions for stage 24. Here's the parts for stage 24. Looks like we connect the right hand to the right arm. We have 6 steps on this side. We have to pay attention to the type of screws we use for this. Total of 14 steps here. So I'll go ahead and get these parts out and we'll get started. Here's the parts as they are presented. And definitely some weight here. This has to be metal. And we have screws here on the back side. I'll go ahead and take these out. We'll get a closer look. Here's a close-up of the parts for stage 24. And we receive the right shoulder plate itself. That's metal. And look at both sides here. We also receive the right hand ball joint, 2 sides to that. Right hand muscle connectors themselves. These are plastic, and so are the ball joints. They are plastic. 2 types of screws. We received some KB 2x6 screws and some PB 2x6 screws. The PB 2x6 screws are a recessed type of screw, and the other type are a button head type. I'll be right back. So for step 1, we're going to assemble these ball joints here. We're going to use a countersunk PB 2x6 screw. You can see that there. Simply these 2 halves go together. Just like that. And we put our screw in right there. And that's pretty much that right there. Let's go over to step 3, because that was step 1 and 2 we just completed. We will need our hand from stage 15, and we're going to attach this to the hand itself. And there's one spot here, it's the largest spot that this will go onto. That will slide into there, just like that. And then we'll put a screw in on the back side. That will be one of our KB screws, which is a button head screw. That screw right there is the button head screw. And if you look closely, there's a flat on both sides, so that way this doesn't turn when you're trying to put the screw into it. Reading the instructions a little bit further, they say to give you a little extra strength on this ball joint to apply some super glue to it before you put the screw in. And that is found in step 7, which is a little bit further along. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Gorilla Glue that I use all the time for this, and I'll show you the bottle here in a second. I'm going to put some glue around here and even into threads, so it will give us some extra strength when we go to screw this down. So just as before, I want to make sure the opening is facing the palm of the hand, and then I'm going to put this down just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my screw back in. And that should give us some extra strength on the ball joint. Okay, now our next step is to press fit the arm assembly that we put together looks like around stage 12, and this is going to be a press fit onto here. You can see firmly, and it just snaps right in just like that. Now let's look at the next step going on. Next they want us to do the same thing with these smaller parts of the arm here, these actuator rods. You can see they move in and out. And they're going to be press fit on the smaller ball joints. So do the first one here, just like that. That snaps in there. That one there. And one more. And there they all are fitted on. Pretty amazing with the engineering of this kit so far. I really like it. Now we have to install some connector parts for these tendons, these spring-loaded tendons here. We have some connector parts that go on these hands. Here are those connector parts, and I'm going to cut them off with my Tamiya cutters, sprue cutters. Separate them here. There's 2. We have 4 of these total. Now these will get glued to these openings right here on the bottom of the hand. Alright, next I'm going to take these tendons and pull them aside to show you what's happening here, where they need to go. And if you look on the bottom of the hand, there's some openings. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these tendons, one at a time, need to feed through those openings. And one right there. One right there. One right there. And one more. And one right there. Okay, so we have 4 of them fed through. You can see all 4 there. And now we have to put those end pieces on. Now the best part, I think I'm just going to take and dip it in the glue here. Super glue. And it goes in the spring tendon. Just like that. There's one right there. Just a little bit of glue on there. Just like that. Two more to do. I'll do the other two and I'll be right back. Next we have to glue those tabs on the bottom of the hand that represent the tendons. Take that tendon, apply some accelerator to it, and glue it down. And that should hold it in place. Once again, I'll put some super glue in that hole. And I'll put some accelerator on it. Gotta glue that down. Two more to go. Super glue. Glue that down. Accelerator. A little more accelerator there. And the last one. Super glue. And A little bit of accelerator. And that should hold it in place. And there's all our tendons attached there. And that's all we do for stage 24. It was a lot of fun. Very fiddly here, attaching these tendons on the bottom of the hand. Having to use some super glue and all that. The super glue of choice for me here lately is this Gorilla Glue super glue. It's a little thicker and easy to use. I would also, for this stage, have yourself some of the accelerator for super glue. That way when you put the parts down, you can apply the super glue right away. You can actually use a small brush to apply the accelerator to that area, and it would make it a lot easier. So with that, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for all notifications. Every subscription counts. And when you subscribe to my channel, that also tells YouTube what type of videos you like to watch. So it's going to help them to give you some suggestions on your next up-and-coming videos that you enjoy and you like to watch. So head over to Agora Models and subscribe to this kit today. It's fantastic. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.